Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle, Mountain Gardener, and tonight is going to be fun. So we got a lot of things planned. I want to show you some of my new merch that I designed this week, thanks to my friend Nicole at Nicole Smith Gardening. She prompted me for that. And also, if you can see behind me, we got a bit of show and tell. We are talking about soil blocks. So yesterday, I think it was talking troubleshooting some issues that people have with soil blocks, comments and concerns that I have seen throughout different YouTube videos, comments on my videos, and also a lot of comments that go on in the discussion groups online. So I'm in quite a few different gardening groups on Facebook, and a lot have these same issues over and over with the soil blocks. The first one, as I mentioned in the video, so I will drop the link down below if you haven't. Think that that's like the most off-put if it hadn't been for am I offline? It says I'm offline. Am I on or am I off? I just got a warning saying I'm offline. I can't tell. Hopefully I'm on. I have a weird thing saying I'm not on, but I think I can see myself. So I think we're good. I'm running the other. I opened up a browser over there. So, okay. We are going. So yeah, so the first time I ever heard or saw anything about soil blocking was over on Lisa Mason Ziegler's channel, which is up. And she has like the most amazing and comprehensive videos on soil blocking. And she does a ton of soil blocking. She has a flower farm. She also does she's written several books, and she does flower farm school. So she is she knows her stuff. She also sells them. So if you're interested in buying soil blocks, you can buy it through Gardener's Workshop as well. She has the small ones, she has the big ones, and she also sells her mix. So that was the thing when I first saw the soil blocks. I thought, oh, I really want that, but the mix just wasn't available to me. It was 20 garden centers were open. I couldn't buy soil anywhere unless I wanted to get at the dollar store, and that's no, or Costco. So Costco was the only place that I could go and buy soil that year because of lockdowns. Like even places like Home Depot, Lowe's, Canadian Tire, they were all, you had to like pre-order and do curbside pickup. And because that had happened right in the beginning of March, they hadn't ordered in their supply. So they didn't order in the soils. They didn't order in a lot of the plants. So they just were not available for me. And so I thought, well, I can't do this if I don't have the proper soil mix. I can't do this if I don't, like it's a mix of compost and green sand. I'd never heard of green sand. Where am I going to find green sand? I'm in Canada. Ordering stuff online is super expensive, shipping. So anyways, I just decided to that it wasn't going to work for me. And then I was watching an episode of and they were using their soil blocks, and she says, oh yeah, we just use potting mix. And I was like, what? And so I messaged her and I asked her, and she's like, yeah, it works for them. And then I kind of dove deeper into it, and I saw quite a few other videos where some people would just mix and have compost, and that worked for them. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and try. I could do that, but I'm going to just go ahead and try using straight up potting mix. Good evening, Miss Nicole. How are you doing? StreamYard's being weird. I don't know. I was getting messages that I was offline earlier and then I was back on. I don't know, but thank you so much for coming in. Good evening. Good evening. So I'm just kind of going through a little bit of my journey through soil blocks and how the first thing, hey, Diva in the Dirt, Maureen, how are you doing? Welcome in. Fellow Canadian, woo, David Gray, welcome in. Everyone's coming in at the same time. Yeah, I hope you're all doing all right. I got hair in my mouth. Sorry about that. I hope it's gone. I hope it's my hair. Anyways, so yeah, I was just like really turned off by the thought of trying to come up with this mix, and it seemed expensive and it seemed complicated. And when I realized that, oh, wait, regular potting mix? Hell yeah. And so I tried it. I said, I have nothing to lose. If I have to mix something else in, I can. Because for me, I have the small space in my bedroom to grow. And so I didn't even have my shelving unit at the time. I just had a big table that I put in front of the window. I didn't have grow lights, anything like that. And so I thought, you know what, this is really just going to save me a ton of space. And I was sick and tired of cleaning out and those stupid little plastic cells, and they always would crack and break, and then you have to replace them. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And I did. And it was the best gardening decision I ever made. Like, there's just no going back for me. Someone mentioned in the comments on my video that they thought it just seemed like so much labor involved in making the soil blocks. And honestly, I can make so many more soil blocks in the same amount of time it would take to forget, because it's a new skill and it might seem different and awkward and harder. Sitting around and putting all the soil blocks, the soil in the trays, making sure they're the right level. I mean, it takes a while, and then you got to clean them out, and then you got to wash them, and then you got to dry that, and then you got to store them. And then, you know, cracked and broken and whatever. So it's not like that's like there's no labor involved in that, right? So yes, and cutting down on plastic. And so for me, storage is a huge deal because I have very limited space. And so I would much rather use my storage for Christmas decor than plastic pots. So 2 years ago, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to try not to use hardly any plastic pots. You know, if something comes in a plastic pot and I reuse it, that's one thing. But I did a bunch of my tomatoes and peppers. I did a seedling sale, and I did them all in the paper pots. And I did those where you just take a piece and you wrap it around a wine bottle, and then you plant your tomatoes and peppers in it, and they did amazing. They did amazing. I know they are an investment. Cool to know. We use 6 cell trays from Modern Grow. They're hard plastic. See, that's the thing, is I never own good trays, and I'm glad. But yeah, I never had invested in anything that was not like cheap and crinkly, just something you'd get like at Home Depot and stuff like that. My seedlings are thick. Thanks. I'll be doing a quick show and tell in just a minute. But yeah, I just the storage, the plastic, it just seemed needless to me. And it's like, you know, it's something that's bothered me for a long time. It's like gardening is very, you know, it's supposed to be all about, you know, an environment, planet, and everything. And then there's so much plastic, and it's just so frustrating and drove me nuts. So, loving the soil blocks, and I will show you those in a minute. But I gotta put some hand cream on. My hands are super dry. What should we show you first? I'm going to show you this tray here. And these were in the video, so it's not going to be like any major big surprise. But in case you haven't seen the video yet or not, or you just want to see a little bit more up and close and personal. But I'm just super, super proud of my babies. So you can see, can you see how wet these still are, the soil blocks? I mean, they're still very dark. And I watered these this morning, and they sat in the window. It wasn't a sunny day, but they sat in the window, and I had a fan going. And they hold the moisture, like some days, depending on the size of the plants. And another thing too, is once the plants get bigger and they form like this dome, especially it actually helps hold the moisture in the soil blocks, because there's less evaporation as well. And then they shade it out. So it works really well. So the only thing that look a little rough are my snapdragons. I just think they are getting too, snapdragons prefer it a bit on the drier side. Oh, and these right here are these. I can't tell what these are. I think some of these are my swamp mallow, because they look similar. I think these are my swamp mallow. Those are from Nicole. And then these are hibiscus, my white hibiscus off of my plant. So then, yeah, these are the pansies. So, I mean, impatiens. So if you remember that video where these had hardly germinated, and then I went in and put that little filter piece of plastic on it that filters out some of the light. So there's something really weird. There are certain shades of impatiens, usually in the pink family, that will not germinate with the red light from the sun or the lights. So it says on the back of the seed pack, it's like if you're growing it in a greenhouse or whatever, those certain shades, you need to do the like in the shade under like some kind of a sunscreen. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But the impatiens are just like they're doing really good. So I will probably be propagating as many of those as I can, so I can double my own. I'm a ghost again. Hold on. I'm gonna refresh the camera. It hates movement in here. I don't know why. Oh no. Okay. Now I just like have mascara on. There we go. Okay, and then I'm so excited about these. I've never grown ornamental kale or ornamental cabbage. So these are the type that are going to get really tall and have like the little shape on them. They're called crane. And they're used for like cut flowers and purely ornamental. And they are going to go in my, I'm actually going to have to start hardening these babies off. Tuesday night, we have a low of 25 overnight. I think I'll have to double check. But then after that, I don't think we're going to get below. We'll get around 30, I think, but I don't think we're going to get down to like hard frost. So they should be okay in the greenhouse. We do have the heater, and I can have the heater on. It's just in case it doesn't work or whatever. I don't want to lose everything. So these are the two different kinds of pansies. And I pinched these back. Do you remember that? I pinched these back like 2 weeks ago, and they're enormous. Look how thick. Look how thick this baby is. Like that's a big boy on there. And he's just in a 1/4 inch soil block. Happy as can be. And then over here, oh, I'm so excited about this one. Okay. I have to see if we can get, I may have to, hold on. You know, people get so worked up about, and the other thing this guy was, how fragile those soil blocks must be and how scared they are. Look at this. There it is. Like I said, once they get roots on them, the roots just like hold it all together. So you can separate. I'm not going to separate any more of these because I don't want them to be flopping over like this little guy. But like I can literally just lift up the whole, like they stick together. And then when you go to plant them, literally what I do, because yeah, sometimes, you know, the roots, they're not like all entangled with each other. They kind of grow into each other a bit at the bottom and make a bit of a mat. I literally just cut it. I'll just go in with, I'll like get a kitchen knife, or actually what I use kind of is like that pastry cutter thing. And I just go right in between the blocks and I just break them up and then they come apart super easy. But this is so exciting. Hope it can focus. So this is my first tomato. And then I have a second one right here coming along. Bloom part just fell off today and there's a baby tomato in there. But I mean, this, I got tomatoes. It's putting out fruit. It's putting out tomatoes in a 3/4 inch soil block. Crazy. And think of it, kind of think of it this way. But think of it like people that grow things hydroponically. They're not in any soil. You're just providing nutrients through water and chemicals, basically fertilizer. So it's not really that much different than what I'm doing. I'm providing, there is some nutrients in the soil block. I'm fertilizing, providing them all the water that they need, and they can take up the fertilizer. So think of it as like not hydroponic. But I just thought of that today. When they can grow giant plants in hydroponics, and they're I know tomato less crazy, right? And not just tomatoes, but we got these petunias flowering. I literally went in today and I had some of these on this side of these petunias were so tall and getting ready to bloom. I left the buds on this one here because I can't wait to see this particular. Never grown it before. It's this one's actually the lime. I had them mixed up. This one's going to be a lime bicolor, so it's lime and pink. And then this one is called Photo Finish Burgundy. Hydroponic adjacent. Exactly. I love that. Gosh, why do I keep washing out? I'll admit this webcam is like probably at least 15 years old or older. So maybe it's time to invest in a new webcam. But yeah, so I snipped off these. They were pretty tall in some soil blocks. So hopefully I will propagate those varieties as well. But you can't tell me that that's not a happy petunia. And they would all be that size on this half, but I pruned them all way back, but I left the one. Like, you can't tell me that that's not a happy petunia in that little 3/4 inch soil block. And then last, these are going to have to get potted up soon because they're going to start tipping over on me and I need to stake them, I think. But these are the Roselle from Nicole. So these are doing just fine in their little soil blocks, but they're starting to get kind of floppy because they're getting really tall and the roots don't have enough. It's a wonky soil block as well. I had to pull it out of the other ones. And so if it was like an actual solid soil block like the tomatoes are, it probably would hold together better, but it's just kind of like a few wonky cells in here. They're just kind of falling over, and I can't stake them up in these small ones. But if I put them into the 2-inch blocks, then they'll be able to, I'll be able to put like a little chopstick next to them or something if I need to. But yeah, some of these are really, right? And this is so good for them too, to shake them around and get them moving. They're beautiful. And then in the middle here, this is the grass called ornamental millet, and it's doing really well. And then, of course, my pink polka dot plants that I almost killed. I almost killed them. I to being in a shaded area, and I put them right in the front center of the window, and they just they did not like it. So, yeah. So that's the show and tell. These plants are super happy in their soil blocks. I find, especially before they germinate, you have to be a lot more careful because you cannot let that top layer of soil dry out. And so you're watering sometimes twice a day. I'm not going to lie, especially if they're on a heat mat. But once they get a bit bigger, like I can, let's say I water in the morning one day. The next day, sometimes I don't have to water. And then sometimes I can skip the next day and then go to the next. So it all just depends on the day. It depends on if the sun's coming in hot, or if it's like today and it's overcast, they don't dry up as much. The humidity level in the room, all things like that. But I mean, they're seedlings, so you need to be, and mine are in my bedroom. So I see them first thing in the morning and I see them when I go to bed at night. So for me, checking on them, I check on them all twice a day, just to make sure everything's going okay. And it works for me. If they were out in a greenhouse or they were in a basement, then I could see it being a little bit more of an issue. But I mean, I always check things in regular soil blocks every day anyways, right? Right? Okay, so if anyone has any questions about soil blocking, you can ask them now, and I will revisit it a bit later too if anyone else comes in and has some questions. Yeah, the polka dot plant, I went ahead that they are one of the easiest plants to grow and propagate. So I was like, all right, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think it goes like purple or something at some point. Or is it pink? You know what? Let's look it up. Go into my Stokes account and we will see. And then, yeah, it was funny. I kept saying that I was waiting for those petunias, the lime petunias. It's ready to bloom. It's ready to bloom. And then it bloomed and it was burgundy. And I was like, what? And I actually went back and watched my video and I watched myself put the seed, just straight up label them wrong. So thank God I made the video, because otherwise I would have had no idea what the problem was. So we're going to log into my account, and view my order. And I'm going to try and share the screen. So I've been really happy with all of the stuff that I got from Stoke Seeds. So this is called the Jester Millet. This one, yeah. So that is going to look amazing with my like red cannas that have a similar color in the leaves, and like those burgundy petunias, and then like something bright and white. I bought some euphorbia. I think they were diamond snow in the I don't know, snow and summer diamonds, something, whatever. Do I water from the you pour it into the tray. You pour it into the tray. When there's seeds sitting on top, nice and moist, then I will just mist them as well. But you always just pour it to the tray. If you pour water on top, the soil block will just disintegrate. So you have to just pour it to the side, which is why it's important to make sure that you leave a little space on your trays to pour the water in and out. If you overwater it, you want to make sure, let it sit for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then whatever's left, you just pour off. And then that's how you know that the soil blocks are thoroughly saturated and they're going to be happy until they dry out. And it's not, most plants, it's not bad for them to dry out a bit. Like, you don't want them to turn crispy and like be, whatever. But, once they're past like that baby seedling stage, like let's say they've got like their second set of leaves, then you can be a little less particular about, you can let the watering go a little bit more. And let them dry out in between. And certain plants will tell you like, oh my God, this is too much. Like those snapdragons are on that. They're not happy with the amount of water that the impatiens want. So yeah. So these, I only ended up with 10 of the seeds. So I'm really hoping that they all take and they do really well. And I get seeds off of them. That's the goal. And then I'll show you the petunias that we're waiting on. Are these. So this is the one that, and no, I just use regular for like I think ProMix has one, and it's like a 10-10-10. It's like a liquid. This, I'm really excited about this. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Very excited about this. So yeah, that's what's going on in the grow room. Okay. And next up, we are going to be talking my merch. So thanks to Miss Nicole at Nicole Smith Gardening. She inspired me to increase my merch line. I was goofing around, taking some pictures. I wanted to take a selfie for the first day of spring, and I was playing around with an app, and I sent her a couple pictures, and she was like, oh, I love that. I want it on oh, that's kind of a cool idea. So then I thought, well, let's play around with it and see what I can come up with. And so I came up with a design that I liked, and I'm going to show you it in just a second. But first, I'm going to show you this right here. I don't know if you noticed this, but on my homepage, there's home, videos, shorts, live, playlist, community, store. So I figured out how to connect my Spreadshirt account with the YouTube. So keep in mind, all of these prices that you see on here are Canadian. They say CA first. So US prices are about 30% different. So you can like click on this, and I think it will take you. I don't know if it will get the referral. I don't know. No, I don't have a referral system with them, so it's fine. So you can go from here, or on my main screen up here, you'll see I have like my Amazon link, Spreadshirt, and Facebook. So you can anytime go there as well. So I'm going to use this one here because I don't quite know where the other one's going to take me. So, you know what? Most of y'all are in the US. We'll go to the US site just so the pricing, you're like, what? So yeah, this is, I have two kind of new designs. The one tonight, which is just kind of the simple, it's kind of a classic, basic shirt design. And I can't get the screen any larger. Can I get it larger? Ooh, please. That's awful. That is awful. But it comes, there's like different women's shirts. There's different options. This makes me laugh. Oh, if Sydney was a tiny baby, that would be hilarious. But Spreadshirt offers like, I should get this for Dexter. Spreadshirt offers a ton of a ridiculous amount of merch, and then you just kind of click on it and it just like puts it on everything. So there's aprons, there's bags, there's totes, there's all kinds of things. And then the new design, this is the new design. And so this one of the giveaways tonight is going to be either you can choose a cup or the tote bag or the lunch bag. And you can choose which design you want. You don't have to have this one with my face on it if you don't want to. You could choose like the traditional Brampton one, or I'll show you a few of my other designs that I have as well. So the cup, and here it is on a tote bag, and here it is on a men's shirt, which I don't know. The idea of my like face on someone's shirt, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. But yeah, they've got all different kinds of shows. The friendly tote, you can, water bottle. Now, I'm going to confess, this design, I uploaded it and I showed my daughter and she goes, "Oh, it needs a border." And I was like, "Oh, you're right." So then I went and I redesigned it with the border and I re-uploaded it, and still it's in it's like in processing. Like apparently they go and they double check everything that gets uploaded. They check every design to make sure that it's appropriate and you have the rights to it and whatever. It's my face, so hopefully they'll figure. But the first one like uploaded right away, and then the second one didn't. So I don't know if maybe it's just because it was too repetitious, or it triggered some like flagged something. I don't know. So yeah, if you decide you pick something and you want it from Spreadshirt, which is probably, if you're in the US, I'll probably do Spreadshirt until it has the border on it and that gets approved. That's fine. So if you wonder what I'm talking about with the border, I'll go over here and show you a Redbubble, because a Redbubble allowed me to put the bubble up, the border on. So here's what it looks like with the border. And I don't know, I just think, especially on, like, not so much on the cups, but I think especially on the shirts, it just made a big difference. But I don't like it on the shirts at Redbubble. It's a much smaller, I don't know. But I've had a shirt from Redbubble. If you're in Canada and you win, you're probably going to get Redbubble, just because the shipping, they actually have they can make them here in Toronto. And so it goes out. So I have a few other logos or designs. This one makes me laugh. This one is, "I like experimenting in the greenhouse." So, it's a little fun. It's a little racy. So there's the white one, which goes on the dark. And then if you want this design, then it's all on like the lighter fabrics. But you can play around on here, too, and just see like how it looks on the different colors. Things like that. So if you want to set up your own, like, it's free to set this up. It's super easy to do. If you're interested in setting up your own, let me know. And I can help you do that and walk you through setting up your own merch shop. So there's that one. And then I have this design. Plan first, ask questions later. So just every once in a while, I thought of these things and I just thought they were kind of funny. I throw them on a shirt. It does say Brampton Gardener down here in kind of small letters. But I figure these are something that, it's easier to wear than like, my or like my original logo, which is this. It's definitely more of a feminine style. So, and a lot of guys aren't going to want to walk around with, cartoony drawing on their shirts. Again, I feel that this one is probably better geared more towards, I think, the stickers and the cups and stuff like that. It looks good. So, what's the other one I have? I have one more, but I don't know if it's on this one or if it's on Spreadshirt. So you can click view my shop and it should show you. I don't have the other one on here, but it does have the classic logo as well. So this is kind of what I'm just calling like the classic design, and it's on all kinds of things. Okay. I'll show you the other one on Spreadshirt really quick so you can They are a little, both of them I find are a little hard to find what you want. You just kind of have to scroll through things. I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly how to um like narrow it down better, but hopefully the other design. Like I don't know how to just go to the other design. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the other one I designed as well, and this is grow your own. And it's just a person out watering a plant, and it just says Brampton Gardener YouTube down here. And I probably should have added YouTube to the other shirts, but I didn't. So uh, fun shirts, good. Glad you're enjoying. So this is the other one. And I actually, on this one, my favorite is on the onesie because you're literally growing your own. Yeah. So just to, and I'm a little like, I will admit, I applied for the, what's it called? Referral thing with Redbubble. So if you had like an actual blog page and things like that, then you can become an affiliate. They rejected me. So, but yeah. Anyways, it's okay. It's okay. So we're going to go back to Redbubble. And okay. So I'm sure you all are aware that, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. My friend Danny over at Wicked Awesome Gardening is rebuilding, like she's cleaning out this old and she's decorating it. She's redoing it. She's been asking about paint. So every time I see something kind of like cool or really obnoxious, I say, hey, do you need any design ideas? And so then I send them to her. And so I asked her the other day, I got to try to find it. I should pull it off. Okay. I'm going to take you off of here for a minute so I can find it. Asked her the other day, I said, hey, do you need any new design ideas? And she was like, yeah, what do you have in mind? And so then I showed her this, and she just died laughing. It was funny. So bear with me just a second. I'm going to see if I can find it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they have like pretty much everything that you could even ever want to put. Okay, that's not the one. The one I'll show you the one I sent her, then I'll show you the other options. For some reason it wasn't, I think it's because the picture wasn't the right. Okay, so here we go. So I asked her if she needed any design ideas. I know they rejected me. I don't have like I have a blog, but I don't do anything with it. And so I just think following. So I was like, do you need to decorate your living room? You need some throw pillows? I mean, this is hilarious. My husband was like, who would want that? And I'm like, the only person I could think that would actually want this is my mom. So I might have to pillowcase cover. But this is the thing I told Danny as well. I said, hey, you know what? If you have a guest bedroom and you need to decorate that guest bedroom, like they have blankets. And this if you want to do like your merch, you can like totally do your whole merch. They have throw blankets, they have duvet covers. Come on, come on, that's cute. That's so funny. My husband said absolutely not when I showed him that. Redo our bedroom. Then they have comforters. You can get aprons. They have clocks. And this is really awkward. It's like right on the nose. You can get bath mats. You can get coasters. And one of my favorites, you can get a new shower curtain. For some reason that the new design I did they can't blow it up as big as these. I think the file is not as big, so it's not a big. But I mean, I'm not paying $90. Well, it's Canadian. I'm not paying $90 Canadian for a shower curtain, but I think it's hilarious that it's available. Hey, Raven Cat, how are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Make her buy 20. I should. But yeah, trees. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous, right? So these are like, I don't understand what this is. It says it's an acrylic block for 60 bucks. Oh, it's just like it's an acrylic block for 60 bucks. Who would want, I don't know. I mean, I would never buy any of those, but I just think it's hilarious what's available. And honestly, like it doesn't cost you anything to do, right? Then they have phone cases. So if you want like your own phone case, you can, your YouTube thing on a phone case. Stickers, wall art. Like you can just get a giant Brampton Gardner picture for the wall. Did you hear my stomach? My stomach's growling. And then like some of the baby stuff is pretty cute too. So on the wrong button. So then they have kids. Oh, I don't have any kids stuff on Redbubble. I have some kids stuff on the other one, and I don't have any pet stuff. Oh my goodness. Poor Dexter. But yeah, Redbubble just definitely has a larger variety of like everything. And then store has a much better selection of apparel. They don't have as big of a variety, like all products. So you can go in here and you can shop products. They have more mugs. So the other one has like a cup, I think. This one you can get a cup. And then they have like, I shouldn't have gone into the screen here. There's like this glittery water bottle, which I like it in that color. I think that's pretty, but with the other logo. But yeah, they have all kinds of cups and thermoses, and so they just have a better selection, I think, on this website, which is Spreadshirt. And then they have all the different bags. So they've got drawstring bags, they got tote bags, all the tote bags, little lunch bags. So yeah, there's a little lunch bag. So this is one of the items that you can win in the giveaway tonight. It's going to be a lunch bag or a cup or a tote bag. So you can pick whichever logo you like. So we're going to do a drawing first, but the first one we're going to do is going to be for sticker. We're going to do a sticker one. So let me just grab my StreamYard. What's it called? StreamYard giveaway. I think. Hey, Ro. How are you doing? It keeps just taking me into the StreamYard broadcast station. No, thank you. StreamYard giveaway tool. There we go. All right, so you can just. So do you like Spreadshirt or Redbubble? I like them both. Have different things. I think Spreadshirt is a better quality for shirt. Redbubble is a much bigger company, and they're like worldwide. And like if you're in Canada, whatever I give you in the giveaway, it will be from Redbubble because, like I said, there's it. I don't have to pay for shipping across the border and all of that. It's a lot faster. When I ordered my Spreadshirt shirts for the MIG Grow Off last year, because of COVID and the main sorting branch here was shut down for weeks and weeks, it took me months to get my shirt. And it wasn't their problem. It shipped out. Everyone got theirs like within 2 weeks, and mine was sitting in customs because it was shut down. And then when I won the giveaway on Slava's giveaway, hers was Redbubble, and it came in 2 days because it ships out of Toronto. So I think it just, yeah. Teespring. Yeah, like I haven't bought a lot of merch and I haven't done a lot of giveaways on merch because honestly, I am not making any money on YouTube yet. I've invested enough money in, camera, I got the camera, I got the GoPro, I got the mic. I bought a lot of seeds and stuff like that. And so it's just like I can't justify, spending a lot on the merch and stuff. Oh, wow. It's crazy. That's crazy expensive. Yeah. No, I think, yeah. And I think I think it kind of depends. I think they were pretty competitive with the shipping. Um, I don't think it was that bad. Um, Spreadshirt's shipping is a bit cheaper than Redbubble, but then I didn't have to order and all of that. So that's just the way that's going to go. So shut the front door. Well, I can't. Scott already came in. Hi, Scott. Welcome in. You're trying to shut the door too late. He's already in. Yeah. So, Scott, were you thinking of switching to Redbubble or no? I got to pull that off there. I can't remember if Scott was thinking of switching to Redbubble. What are you talking about? Okay. I don't want to how to block viewers. Giveaway tool, how to use it. StreamYard giveaway page. Here we go. All right, so just we're just going to type in the word hashtag sticker. We're going to start off with a sticker. And you can type that in. Never heard of Redbubble. Okay. Redbubble is a huge company. And the thing on Redbubble is it's like a store, right? It's like its own shopping store, right? So you can go on Redbubble. So you can click on like clothing and like there's anything and everything on there. So if you're an artist and you have designs, you can just put up all kinds of different designs and then people can find it and buy it. And so what happens then is it's in Google. Google pushes things out, pushes ads out. It will put your, your design might be on one of these pages at some point. So you have a lot more visibility. Whereas like on Spreadshirt, it's pretty much, I think when you go to Spreadshirt, you kind of go to a shop and you shop from there, right? So it's like that YouTube channel or that link that you follow to go. Whereas Redbubble is actually like an independent shopping. Like you can just go on and buy any design that you want. And then you can have a store on there and and I think Redbubble is pretty much all over the world too, right? It's like it's a different thing. And they have, like I said, they have clothing, they have stickers, phone cases, wall art, home and living. I should go back and show that one to Scott because I mean, who doesn't want a Brampton Gardener bedspread? Right? Right? Or a throw pillow. Like, come on, who doesn't want that in their living room? Come home to see that every day. Right, Scott? Come on. So they just bath mats, bedding. I think the shower curtain is hilarious because who's going to pay $90 to have like a merch shower curtain? But there are crazy enough people out there. And then the nice comforters and all of that. Yeah. It's a little. Okay, back to the StreamYard. Did everyone type in? No one wants a sticker. All right. You don't have to, but we have 4 entries. We have 9 people in chat. We got 4 entries. Scott's gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna send it to your wife. She'll put it on the pillow right next to you, and you will. Hey, Remy, how you just snuck in? I didn't even see you come in. How are you? Thanks for coming in tonight. So put in that sticker. Nicole, you already have a sticker. What do you want a sticker for? You got a sticker when we did our seed swap, right? Who pays $90 for a shower curtain? I don't know. Crazy. Yeah. Do not recommend. Hey, LP, how are you? You just slipped in the door. How did everyone know I was starting the giveaways? I won't recommend that as cures that we were talking about in your live earlier. We will not recommend that. No. So, yeah. So if you have any questions about like setting up your own shop, I mean, it's pretty simple through Spreadshirt and Redbubble. And then, they actually have YouTube channels as well, I think, that you can up. I just do a lot of my designs in Canva under like the t-shirt. So that way I know that they're big enough to go on the t-shirt. Because the first time I didn't, and I put it on and it was like this big on the shirt because I just done it under logo. So you have to take that logo and go into the t-shirt part on Canva. And then that's when they there, right? Yeah. Actually, you've been in here a little while. You were just hiding. You were just hiding. But then I outed y'all because you had to type in sticker. Okay, so we got we got 8 people in the chat and we got 7 entries. So I think that's gonna be close enough. I'm gonna hit the draw button. No one knew about the giveaway. It was on the giveaway. I had it on the thumbnail. And I had it on the, hey, Diva in the Dirt Marine, you won a sticker. Yay. So yeah, just send me an email with your address and I will mail that out. BramptonGardner@gmail.com. Congratulations. So no one knew about the see, I put giveaway, I put it on the thumbnail, I shared it out. But you know what? I think I didn't make it big enough on the thumbnail. I don't know. Anyways, it's all right. It gives you guys better odds, right? Okay. So my one requirement was that whoever won the merch, you had to have been a subscriber for more than 2 days. And you have to live in the continental United States. Well, US and Canada. So Header said Soil Block Question A and new merch launch. It didn't, the giveaway, I put it on the thumbnail. I guess I should have done a better job with that. Oh, well, next time, next time I'll be more giveaway. But I mean, everyone in here has already done that. You've been long enough. So I'm not going to bother who can chat in the, actually I'm going to, just because I want to see if I can do it and if it works. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go into my account and I'm going to go into my live. I think I can change it while I'm live. They said I could. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to customization. Oh, see, it says merch giveaway right here, but I think I should have done it in red. It wasn't bright enough. So then I'm going to go here and I'm going to change it to 2 days. So that means that in order to comment, so I can go custom, I can change it to anything I want. In order to comment, you have a member for 2 days, subscriber for 2 days, not a member. I don't have any members. So we'll see if we can figure this out. It's in the description. Yeah, no one reads the description. Sorry. I will be a little bit more cool about that. And you know what? I thought I should have done like a quick short, letting everybody know, but no one sees my shorts apparently. So I didn't think, oh my God, why won't this drop down? Okay, maybe we'll just, oh, now it's dropping down and I missed it. All right, come on. Come on. Okay, so we're going to just change it to days. I'm only doing this just because I want to see how it works. So that way you're in the middle of your live and you want to switch, you can just kind of switch, especially if people, users just, okay, we're going to go with 1 day and see. I read descriptions too. See, so now you have to have been a subscriber for more than 24 hours in order to type into the chat, and that's how you get the okay, so that's how you can make it to where you can decide, and you can go with like a month, you can go 2 months, you can choose however long you want, because you want to reward your people who have been in your chat and not just someone that shows up out of nowhere and then you send them merch and you never see them again. I guess for this one, we're just going to type in the word merch. And we'll start collecting comments on that. So while we are doing that, does anyone have any questions about the merch and setting up a shop if they're interested in doing it? Because it is free and it costs you absolutely Like you don't have to stock anything, you don't have to pre-order anything. You just upload designs. And if you are someone that wants to kind of upload designs, like for artsy creative, kind of like those other ones that I had done, like the, I like to experiment in the greenhouse, or the you grow your own. Those are a little bit more like, just like anyone might buy it. Like I had someone from UK buy one of my greenhouse shirt off of Redbubble. And it's probably someone I don't know, like from YouTube. So if you're interested in maybe trying to design a bit, and like kind of work it more business aspect, then I think Redbubble is probably a better option, because they have a lot of tools that you can use on there. And they also have a referral program as well. So should I show them your logo I came up with? And why am I white again? Ghost. I'm a ghost. I've tried. Like I have several designs for Nicole. I have several designs that I've come up with. The last one, I don't like the font. I just put it on there so you knew with it, but I like the picture. I like the picture. Okay, so we'll pop on over there. It's on my Canva, so hold on. So I was playing around in Canva, and I should show them the one I made for Anne. I don't know if she's ever going to use it or not, though. So I just did the lettering. I don't know. I didn't like it as black, so I did it like a dark brown. But then I don't think it really pops as much as the black. But I found the black didn't quite go as well. I don't know, but I like this. I think this is great. I like it. I think it's cute. It's a nice little logo. I was inspired because I was using the same app where I did the other picture of mine. Because I have other ones for you on Canva. Where are they at? I love Canva, by the way. So here's a few others that I kind of just played around, when I had way too much time on my hands. Oh, I like this one. I do like this one where the lady's drinking the red wine with some yellow roses. So if you watch Nicole's channel, you know that she enjoys to have a glass of wine while she's out gardening, and yellow roses. She's got a ton of roses, but she's got a ton of yellow roses. I also like this one. I played around. Some of these I was just kind of playing around, and they're terrible. This one's terrible. This one looks like you won the Rose Bowl in Hawaii. Some of these are really bad. I was playing with frames. So winners. They can't all be winners. I think the problem I have with with the design, my biggest issue I have is the font lettering. I struggle with that. Even when I'm doing my my thumbnails, I really, really struggle with that. Okay, where's Anne? Where did I put Anne's? Oh, I probably shouldn't show you this, but I sent it to her. I sent it to her to do what she wants with, unless I deleted it. Did I delete it? I don't think I did. No, there we go. Ah! So if you follow Anne's Homestead over on Instagram, she like exploded on Instagram. She went from, I don't know how many subscribers. She's got like over 100,000 subscribers on Instagram, because she keeps doing these videos where she's like lighting stuff on fire. And so she kind of got nicknamed Pyro Granny. And so I was like, oh, well, you need merch for that. So I sent her this. She about died laughing, and if she's ever going to do anything with it or not, but I thought it was funny. Or the horse that wins the Kentucky Derby. Are you calling Nicole a horse? I think you mean the jockey. I think you meant the jockey that wins. I think that's the only one I did, right? Like I didn't do, I know I played around. I played around in your other, oh, and then I did this one. So this is a backstory here. So Monica has this beautiful little dog, but he's got very short legs. And so she wanted to breed him with one of her other dogs, and it just not working out because his legs are so short. And so like that whole night in the live, we were just like cracking up, kind of coming up with jokes and teasing him and his short little legs. And so then I made this up and I sent it over to her, and she about died laughing. So Yeah, this is what happens when it's late at night and I have too much time on my hands. I play around on I play around. But no, I like this one. I think it's nice. I don't like the font. I don't like the font. So um you know who else? You know who does is Danny Days. Danny Days Ahead. She does logos and stuff for people. So this image here, if you want to talk to her about stuff, I can send her that one if you like the image, and then she can do this, the fonts and whatever else around it if you want that image. Oh, I'm getting tired. I was up super early this morning. I was up at like 6. I was like, oh, I'm tired. Okay, so merch. Only 2 people have entered. Nobody else wants my cup. I'm so sad. Oh, it's okay. I pulled it down because we were doing other things. So type in the word merch. You must live in US or Canada. And the first is the best one. That's the one you like. This one? Yeah. So don't forget to type in the word merch. You can win a cup or a bag. So you can decide which one you want, and you can decide which of the design that you want. Yeah. So, I like this one. And then, what else? I was playing around with something else. So this is where I play around with my thumbnails, and honestly, I will spend way too much time on here doing my. Then I have my Yogi Hall of Farm ones. So every holiday, I make her a new one. So here's Yogi. Here's her Happy New Year's one, and then I did her a St. Patrick's one. Oh, and I guess I took the stuff off. I made a Christmas. Typo. Did I do a typo or you did a typo? So, okay, we're going to take down all this Canva stuff. Boom, boom. But the Pyro Granny one just makes me laugh. So we're back at merch. We got 5 entries. I'm going to go another. You did it twice. Did she do the merch wrong? She wants the cup. Oh, match. She wants to match. Oh my God. Remy, are you still here? Oh, you wanted to say hi. Oh no. Welcome in, Anne. Oh boy, that's the main reason I don't buy merch. It looks like garbage to me, but I've been a graphic designer for 15 years, so I don't just donate if I want to give money. Sorry, not sorry. No worries. Yeah. Oh, you're a graphic designer. Yeah. I have a really hard time with the fonts. I don't know. I flip through and then it's like I think it looks pretty, but it's not legible. I find it's hard. You got to be able to read it, right? You like the you got to get that on a shirt or a sticker or something like that. You got to do some giveaways on your Instagram. All right. Type in merch if you want to win a cup or a bag. And as soon as we're done with that row, if you have any questions about the soy blocks, feel free to ask. I was showing my babies off a minute ago, and I cannot get over how quickly this little tomato is growing. You see this little guy? Tiny baby. I mean, it's still pretty small, and the plants are so tiny. But I've got 2 tomatoes on there now, and then it's still got a ton of flowers. It's got a ton of blooms on there. My camera doesn't like it when anything gets too close. I'm gonna wash out again. And then, and you know what? This smells amazing. I forget how good petunias smell. Like they smell so good. Oh, and I didn't notice it until I went to bed. 2 nights ago, I went to bed and I was like, amazing. And I was like, oh my God, it's a petunia. My petunia's smelling yummy. So fortunately, there's not too many of them. Well, we already discussed soil blocks, but I said I will go back to it when other people came in. So it's like a going back and forth kind of a thing tonight. No problem. Okay, so we're ready to. Are you ready to spin this giveaway tool? 3. Anyone else? Last minute. There's 6 entries. 10 in the chat. 6 entries. 10 in the chat. 6 entries. You do have to have been a subscriber for more than 1 day in order to enter this. So if there's someone in there, sorry about that. later, and then anyone can apply for that. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Ann Dale Homestead. Of course, Anne is the winner because Anne is always the winner. She is the luckiest woman on YouTube. So, oh, that's the wrong thing. Let me see. I don't think I have your emails. I mean, your address. So, send me an email. Choose if you want the cup or the. Let me go back. So you're in the US. So I think we'll go with Spreadshirt. Spread shop spread. Here it is. This is the only way I can get it to my account. So you can choose the shirt and the cup or a bag. Here's a tote bag. And you can pick any design that you want. So I have the new one with the hat. I have the basic Brampton Gardener one. I have the it's hard to come. I can't find how to get to the other ones. It's like jumping ahead. I wish it showed you it. I have the Grow Your Own, and then it does say Brampton Gardener on it in small print. And then I have the, and you don't have to decide right now. You can think about it. And then I have my other logo. Oh, these are the ones I designed last year for our team for the Universal Gardeners. That was our team name for the MIG Grow Off. And then the other two are plant first, ask questions later. And apparently the greenhouse at the end. This one, yeah. I like experimenting in the greenhouse. So that's the other option. So there we go. You would love a cup. Awesome. And then you can decide which design you want on there. And I will mail that out to you. Thank you so much for popping in. Paid to comment. All right. Back to soil blocks. Back to the business. Oh, I got to remove that. Where am I going? I'm trying to get this off the screen. Stop screen sharing. 2-inch soil blocks going with sunflowers in them, but it seems to me that the roots are intermingling kind of. Is that okay? Should I separate them in some soil blocks? They're totally fine. Totally fine. Don't worry about it. I'll show you the bottom of these. They're like this. And they kind of create like a bit of a mat at the bottom like that. And when you go to, you can literally just kind of pull them apart. Or I was saying earlier, sometimes I take like a pastry cutter and I just go and just cut them. You can just cut them. They'll be totally fine. I think we baby our plants and seedlings. They're actually a lot tougher than we think. Pretty much. If you watch the video where I show you how to water them, if you pour the water in the tray and let it sit and let it like float, like let it come up, you see water sitting, standing, let it sit and wait for about 5 minutes to make sure that those are fully saturated and then pour it off. If you do that, then you can probably every 2 days with watering the soil blocks. But I mean, that is the one kind of downside to soil blocks is that, I mean, they just have less soil. They can't hold as much moisture. The other thing is once they get to be, thicker like this, the leaves themselves kind of the soil blocks, and they kind of provide a bit of a barrier. So they kind of hold the moisture in, especially if you have them like in a sunny window, the sun's not beating down on the soil blocks. They won't dry out as much. So I find as the plants get a bit older and get bigger, I actually don't have to water them as much, which is weird because you would think that they would be drinking more, but I find just flooding them out, like you spend less time. Is that enough water? Is that enough water? Do they need more water? You just go, you don't think about it. You just dump it in and then you just pour it off whatever's left in the tray. Third question. The plants look great, but the soil is getting a little fuzzy on the blocks that haven't germinated. What to do? Replant or throw away? Start again. A lot of times it's a beneficial bacteria. If it bothers you, you can just add 3 to 1 hydrogen peroxide to water in a spray bottle and mist it. And um, whatever it is. But sometimes, yeah, I mean, sometimes if it's fuzzy right where the seed is, and that means it's the seed, and it just kind of got fuzzy and rotted. Um, if that's the case, you can just kind of remove the seed and put something else in there. But the hydrogen peroxide in the water should help, or would help with any of the like bad. I mean, it will kill all of it. But like, I don't know if you can see on here, like these. I mean, that's like the mycorrhizae. I mean, that's like a little white kind of beneficial bacteria fungus. Mainly on this tray. I haven't noticed it as much on the other tray. So I don't know if maybe it's because of the, I don't know. But yeah, it's on there. But then like this, like, so you can just pull them apart. This is the one little soil block, and my camera again. And maybe invest in a new webcam. That doesn't do that every time I move. But yeah, I mean, that's the little tiny soil blocks that these are all in. And if you watch the video, I left in that, and they were like, you can't even see my hands in the screen. They were like at least this tall and blooming. And they were just in those little mini soil blocks, and they were super happy and totally fine. And then last year, my tomatoes that I planted out, and even the ones I sold in my seedling sale, those were only liquor. I got my soil block maker from Lee Valley. Lee Valley at the time was the only place in Canada that I could find it. Amazon wasn't even really selling them. Now Amazon has a lot, and they have like a lot of knockoffs. I know Canadian Tire Fiskars has a different style. It's like a plastic one, and it's I don't think it's as great. The blocks it puts out, I think they're in like, it's a, here, let's see if I can find it. It's like a circle shape. I think Canadian Tire has it. Soil. Actually, I'll just type in Fiskars soil blocker. The one I got is like the original. It's from, it's a family run company in UK, Ladbroke. And that's the one that I got. They are more expensive than when I bought mine 3 years ago. The price has gone up. So right now for the set, here, I'll show you. It's on here. How do I share screen? Like I do this every week. I share screen, and every week I struggle to find it. So right now, if you're on Lee Valley, you're going to be paying $99 for the set. And so that comes with the small one, the 20-inch block, the 4 2-inch blockers, and it includes the little plugs. So you come with the 2-inch blocker will come with the plugs or the little dimples, for whether you're starting seeds or putting in the blocks. I'll get into that in just a minute. Yeah. So this is the one I ordered, Fiskars soil blocker. It looks like this. It's $20. And it makes like kind of like a circle divided in 4. No, I don't want to chat with you. Go away. I want to see this, but I want to see like other pictures. Do you have other pictures? That's it. Show me the blocks. Show me the blocks. So these look to me like I saw someone using them. What an absolutely terrible website. That's like the most useless website I have ever seen. Okay, here we go. We're going to go on the Fiskars website. So it looks to me like it's kind of in between the size of the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch. Oh my God. Enough with the pop. So it makes them like rounds and squares like this. So, my goodness, enough already. Here, let me pull this off of there. Looks like, and then it would be nice if they had a video. Oh, they have a video. Okay, let's see the video. Let's watch the video. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I could have just gone to YouTube. Okay, so you can do like giant ones. These are huge. This is kind of cool. This is like a huge version. So it'd be like giant soil blocks. And then it does these little 2Z ones. So you might not be able to pack as many on a tray. It's not going to be quite the space savings as the other one. But I mean, that if it works like it says it, like it shows it works, I mean, that's a much better price point. It's $22. So if you're not sure you're going to like it and you kind of want to just, try it out, I mean, that's much less of an investment. And you might even be able to find it secondhand or find it on Amazon or something like that. So that might be something to look into. Air pruning is what happens in grow bags and why grow bags work so great. So what happens is when a regular plant is in a container, I'm trying to see if I have anything I can use as a demonstration. I need some props. So normally when very noisy paper, when a plant is in, like, say, a container and the roots go out, the roots hit the edge of the container and they turn. And this is not working. That was a terrible idea. The roots go out, they hit the edge of the container and they start turning, right? And they start growing around and around and around in outside edge of the container. So when you pull it out, you're like, oh my goodness, look at all these roots. It's all around. Sometimes you can see it's root bound. The roots can be really thick on it. What happens is the outside, that's the only place the roots are sitting. So that's actually all the soil that they're really using is just kind of what's in the outside of the container. Then they get root bound. What happens with roots that are air pruning, so whether they're in the blocks or they're in a grow bag, the root goes out to the edge, it hits the air, and once it hits the air, it kind of stops growing. And what it does is it goes and it starts sending out shoots all along the branch, having like a handful of really big roots wrapping around. Now you have like this really tight capillary kind of system of roots. So it's a much finer little tiny roots all throughout. And so what it does is it can use a much smaller amount of soil because the roots are all in it more efficiently, which is why you can grow, like giant tomatoes in a 5-gallon grow bag or a 3-gallon grow bag. And then the air pruning makes for a much healthier plant because of the way the roots are. And I have a video actually, I think it was my first video. It was my first video that I actually filmed, and it was before I started my channel. And so it was in summer of 2020 because I had done the grow bags. I used the grocery bags from Dollarama, just the fabric grocery bags. They were 3 for $1. And honestly, lockdown, we couldn't buy anything really anywhere else. And I didn't really want to spend the money on grow bags because I didn't really know too much about air pruning. My husband was the one that was really getting into it. And so I thought, oh, well, this is a great idea. And then I was able to, instead of just like the 4 big pots that I always had to do tomatoes in, now I just went 12 because I could fit 12 grow bags along the edge of the deck. And they worked great. And then I have a video. I'll see which one I can find it. It should be on my channel. But I filmed it on, I can't remember if I used the camera or my phone or whatever, but it was just for my, on Facebook, long before I'd even thought of doing a YouTube channel. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right, here we go. Oh, we don't have to watch the ad though. Yes, you can grow a bigger plant in less amount of soil with the air pruning. And my husband also has, if you saw my DIY grow, the tour of the greenhouse recently, here. So this is, oh, go back. Oh, it's Gizmo. Oh, bless his heart. Okay, so can you see this? Let me see if I can make this big. Oh, no. I thought I paused the video. I'm going to try and make this. Why won't it pause the video? Okay, so do you see the difference in the roots? structure of the one that I grew, like it was just in the ground. And you see how it has like these big roots that come out like this. If they are in a pot, they even kind of start to wrap. And then this is the root of the tomato plant that was in the grow bag. And it's just a lot more fine roots. And they're, oh, hey, Frosty. And so it makes for a very different. Okay, can you hear it? I can't hear it. Oh, because I muted that window. There we go.
So here I have my bags that are just the.
So I'll skip forward. If you want to watch the whole video later, you can. I ended up just ripping the bags because they were so cheap. And so then I had never done it before. This was very exciting. Trying to get this bigger. It's going to get bigger.
Now the roots, the ones I pulled out of the ground were pretty small. They plucked right out. They didn't really give
the ones in the ground, I just went, whoop, they pulled right out. I mean, they're in clay too, but
the roots on this just.
But these, like the way the roots grow when you use like the grow bag. But I mean, when you see like the, I'm going to try to see what I can grab one that's not going to, I don't want to damage any of mine.
Much more of a branch.
Because once I pull it out of the thing, it's going to start.
Really long, thick ones that are wrapping around.
But I mean, you can see it's just like almost like hair. They're like super, super fine. Oh, I think I can show some on that one. I'll show it to you after this.
And that's definitely, I would say, twice as big as the ones I got out, the ones in the ground.
I didn't even add music. What? I gotta go back in and re-edit this video and add music. Yeah, so I kind of got into that. I have a blog post on it because I ended up making the mini soil bags. I'll go back. I just Googled soil bags. So here, ads, come on. There we go.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle, and this is Brampton Gardener.
So these are my little
from my NIG Grow Up. Fabulous. I will make a quick video of how I make them, but they're super easy, super quick. You can use a sewing machine. You could probably use staples. I have no idea how good a glue gun would work, but this is the size of the other one. So it's about the size of a solo. Instead of having to store the plastic or whatever, but this really helps with the air pruning with the grow bag. So if you're into air pruning and grow bags, then these are a great little tip for you. I also used these the first year. These are the dollar.
So
what am I early?
So I just use these little mini grow bags to up pot my seedlings.
I think actually, it's really...
And I just used landscape fabric. So we had a giant roll of landscape fabric that we had bought at Costco, and I just cut squares, and and then down the other, box the corners. You don't even have to box them if you don't want to. And I made my own little grow bags, and then you can make whatever you want. So actually, I made the custom grow bag for the MIG Grow Off bag. I don't know if I ever uploaded that video of how to. I think I did. So I'll show you that. Like I made a custom grow bag. I think you could use staples. So. Oh, thanks, Anne. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You'll still get your cup. Don't worry. You will still get your own cup. No worries there. So MIG. Oh no, that was my main video and not the final video. Okay, here's the final video. You don't. I won't make you watch the whole video. Oh yeah, my dramatic intro. Okay. So I made mine into a fairy garden, but the container that it's in, custom. You don't even want to know how much work I spent, how much time I spent researching the exact size and dimensions to make a 5-gallon grow bag that was the shape I needed. Because the challenge was you had to grow it had to be in a 5-gallon container, and I couldn't do a bucket because I had these 2 big tomatoes that had been in the smaller grow bags. I couldn't do them in a bucket. I didn't have room in the house under the grow lights to be in a bucket. um, and so I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? And so I was looking up online and I was trying to find. So anyways, I ended up making my own. The sides were double pieces of the fabric just to make them sturdier. And then at the bottom, I use like the plastic stuff that they use for like cross stitch from the dollar store just to give it some stability. But it had to sit on the I couldn't, it was too floppy to take it off. So well, and it's so funny. So I had been planning on doing this. We'd gone to Dollar Tree, we got the stuff for the fairy garden, and I was going to film this video with my daughter. And then she like just took over and did the whole thing. She had so that, hand me that, hand me that. So I'm like, all right. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. And look at Dexy, he's so excited. We got a fist bump in. Yeah, so I've been doing the air pruning with my tomatoes for quite a while. So my husband's the one that got me hooked the air pruning. He was looking into it for growing his special plants, and apparently it's pretty popular. Oh, hi, my wild home. How are you? Welcome in. You know what? I forgot to take off the who can comment. I probably have people come. I might have had people coming in and being like, what's going on? Why can't I? Oh, now I changed it to 17 days. Okay. I apologize if you're a new subscriber. I am playing around with my settings here. Just because I didn't want to like the giveaway just to be with spammers that kind of come in your chats. Now you have to subscribe for changing it from 17 days. Oops. Just to 1 minute. All right, just 1 minute. And that just keeps like the bots out. All right, so that way if anyone wants to chat, they can come in and my bad. Yeah, so my husband kind of got into researching the air pruning, and especially for small space gardening, it really helps the plants. You can keep them in a smaller container because they're not just absorbing and using the soil up at side of the pot. And then what happens is they're outside the pot, and then the roots are getting hot. The roots are getting heated up from being in touch with, the plastic or the container. Whereas when they're inside, they actually stay a lot cooler. So the plant stays cooler and it stays healthier. The way the root structure is like that. So I'm not an expert on it, but I did do a little bit of research and I was like, okay, this sounds good. I like that the containers are fairly reasonably priced. I'm going into this will be my 3rd season with my 5-gallon grow bags. And hi Rochelle, thank you. Come in. Yeah, I hadn't seen you in here before. What do you think of the fabric containers rather than plastic or even terracotta? I think the terracotta are probably really good as well. For water retention, and like they're going to provide more protection for the roots than drying out. I mean, I still use a lot of plastic containers and metal containers and ceramic containers, but those I do more for like aesthetic reasons, and those are for my like flower planters. My peppers I'm still doing in the plastic containers because they are bigger, but I'm tempted this year to put some holes in it and then put inside. So that's what my husband did. Actually, I'll show you that video really quick. It's just for, just this last week. He did it a few years ago, but we keep reusing the buckets. And he just took the 5-gallon buckets and he went around and he just cut a bunch of holes in the sides. And then you with landscape fabric or but I find like I've had really good luck with the fabric. Because I do find that it keeps the roots cooler. And I know some people say they dry I don't know. Again, if you're properly watering, and I think again, like so many times you just kind of people will just be like, "Whoop, whoop," but you want to like soak your plants when you water them and then let them, especially like tomatoes and peppers, and then let them pretty much dry out. So I'm gonna just um so yeah, if you don't want to go all in with the grow bags, like I said, you can use just the fabric grocery bags from here in Canada. You can get the Dollarama ones for like $2, $3 for $1, or you can get like the grocery ones from like Walmart or anywhere else in the US that has grow bags, tote bags. You can even get a Brampton Gardener tote bag, but I wouldn't recommend it for the price. So here I explain a little bit.
To come in and try and chase the bunnies.
So this is our little DIY greenhouse.
Right? So my husband brought in a bin of the Pro Mix because they were all frozen. So I said, well, bring it into some plants. So what this is this is like the air pruning style. So this is just a grow bag, a grocery bag from Dollarama, and you can buy these 3 for $1. Well, you could buy them 3 for $1. Right now they're probably 2 for $1. I don't know what the price is on them now, but it's just a fabric grocery bag where you can get at any grocery store. Gallon buckets with a hole in them, so that's going to prevent the soil from falling out. You can also just line these with landscape fabric, but these are really cheap. And then when you want to transplant them into the ground, which you will be doing eventually, you can just lift them because you have the bag to just lift them right up and out. So yeah, that's pretty cool, right, Dex? You love it in here. Yeah. Loud in here once there's plants, though. You know that, right? So
so you can see what the bag looks like. That's the just your basic cheap bags. So yeah, so if you don't want to invest in the fancy grow bags online, you can just use one of these. They are not attractive. You could probably buy some like black ones that would look better. But this is what we had. They were 3 for $1. And like I said, it was 2020 and like we could not go into a store. We could not go shop and buy anything unless it was the dollar store, drugstore, or grocery store, and places like Walmart and all of that. They had not ordered in any of their gardening supplies for the year. So we were just really limited. And so we just my husband went online and he was just looking at ideas for, cheap and easy hacks for the garden. And he found that. And we were like, oh, that's doable. That's affordable. And it's accessible. So that's why we went with that. But again, nothing's going to look as good as, a beautiful terracotta pot or another pot. If you're interested in seeing the difference, you could plant the same plant, a traditional pot and then one in a grow bag, keep them right next to each other, and then just kind of see, like, does this one dry out faster than this one? Does this one stay healthier? Does this one need, and then kind of compare back to back. That's kind of what I had done in the other video with the tomatoes, but they were in the ground, not in a container for that, because I had done my peppers in the big container, my tomatoes in. Because 2020 was the big year. Like we've been gardening here for 18, 19 years that I've been gardening in this here. But it was in 20 large the gardening beds. And since the garden centers were shut down, severe lockdown. So garden centers weren't allowed to open. Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Canadian Tire, any of those, they didn't order in any plants. So them until kind of like later in the season. And then at that point, it was all just curbside ordering. Hey, Annette, how are you? Welcome in. And so I had to do a lot more from seed. I mean, that was pretty much my only option that year to grow like tomatoes and stuff that I wanted. So my husband had actually gone over to the dollar store that was open and they had seeds. So he came back with just a bunch of flower seeds. And that was the first year because we had enlarged the beds and now we had nothing to put in them. And then we're like, what are we going to grow in these beds? Because we can't go buy, flats of plants and stuff until later. Costco did get. So I just did, everything was from seed that year. And I did a lot more varieties with, I did some different peppers and tomatoes. I had been talking on the gardening board about tomato varieties, and I had a really nice gentleman had sent me a few different varieties to try. So I had And it was really the first year that I'd really branched out beyond just, like 4 or 5 tomato plants and, a couple jalapenos and a few herbs. I really just kind of went all out. I was watching way too many YouTube videos of other people, and I just got inspired, and I just kept buying seeds. And in the fall of 2020, I did a seed swap, and I did like over 50 seed swaps, and each swap was several seeds at a time. And so when those came in, like I just the variety of things I had, and I had no idea. Like I'd gotten my Baker Creek catalog for years and my Vessie's catalog. I had no idea of the crazy variety of like tomatoes that were available, and like how many there's so many different varieties of cucumbers and squashes, and like because all you normally saw was like one of each type of vegetable at the store, and then just it just became addictive. And so 2020 is really when I increased the volume of food that I started growing. Prior to that, it was pretty much just gardening, was pretty much just landscaping, aside from a handful of tomatoes and fresh herbs and peppers. I am a flower gardener at heart, Team Flowers, but I am growing a lot more food, and I have to grow a lot more food this year because I joined the Shed Wars. They changed the name this year to Gardening Homesteading Skills. That's the new hashtag for it, but it's a competition between 2 teams from people all over the world. And if you're on a team, drop your team name in the chat. So there's 2 teams, Team Will It Grow, which is the team I'm on, and then Team Aquarius. And so basically it's a friendly competition. Friendly. It can get pretty heated. I've seen in the chats. I was like, what the heck did Remy get me into? The first chat. Team. Yep. So my teammate is in here, and I thought so, but then I was like, oh, what if I say it wrong and she's on the other team? I was pretty sure on my team. I don't have a list. I gotta go find a list and see who's all on which team. I was watching the when they picked the names. I can't, but I watched that video and I just kind of got overwhelmed by all the different channels. It's like there was a lot of I hadn't heard of before, and I just was like, I have no idea who ended up on what team at all. I was really confused that whole live. I didn't know what was going on. The draft, right? And I was afraid to say anything because I didn't want to get in trouble again. A very innocent question. Yeah, so I'm new to all that. Basically, you just kind of grow as much food as you can, and then you just record it. So I'm tempted just to get another. I have like a little food scale that I use in the kitchen all the time from the dollar store, and I'm tempted to just buy another one and just keep it outside. The reason I didn't really do it before is like I'm in a small space. Like some of these people have farms, right? And I was like, I don't know if I grow enough, but then they kind of changed the rules a lot this year too. Like last year you had to put out a video a month, and you had to do this and you had to do that. It was a lot more structured and regimented. And I was just like, I don't know if I'll be able to. This year it's a lot more loosey goosey, because they really just wanted to get more people growing food. And so they want people from, you want the people with the big yards to get your numbers up, but they also wanted people from small yards, like mine, to help encourage people that even if you are in a small space, grow food. Like Pam at Scaredy Cat Gardener says, if you can put a pot, you can grow a plant. So I decided, you know what? Yeah, I have a small yard, but I do grow quite a bit of food here. But my passion is still in the flowers. And probably always will be. Hey, Nicole. Oh, we're going to do one more. Oh, you can go. You already have a sticker. I was going to do one more sticker giveaway. If you've previously won the sticker or the cup, you don't get another one. But yes, I'm so glad you were here, Nicole. And thank you for the inspiration for one. And I hope you pick a logo soon. Because now I'm going to need a Nicole cup or wine. Ooh, you could do wine glasses. I haven't seen wine glasses yet. Someone's got to have wine glasses out there. Or you could do like the thermal cup with the lid. That's good too. All right, good night. Okay, so let's do one more giveaway with another sticker. And this time, what should we type in? Oops, clicked the wrong button there. Share screen. This time we're going to type in Dexter. All right. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. Sorry. You'd think at some point I would be able to get this figured out. You'd have to find someone that can do like the etching. Actually, I have a friend. Oh, but she's in Canada. Shipping would be dumb. You have to find someone local. Find someone local that has a Cricut and they can do your logo onto the wine glass. That would be fun. You need a thermal thing though out in the. It bothers me when you're out there in the garden with your glass of wine and there's no lid on it. Because I know how much people are attracted. I mean, like fruit flies and stuff are attracted to red wine. And I'm always so concerned when I'm watching it that you don't have a lid on your wine glass. Because you're accidentally drinking. And now that I've said that, enjoy your sleep. She's probably sitting there thinking, oh my God, I've never thought about that before. Sorry. Hey. All right. So if you want to win another sticker, it's not a sticker of Dexter. Now that's going to be my next merch thing is going to be a Dexter merch. I'm going to have to come up with something for him. But I got to play around with it. So, anybody have any questions about the soil blocks, watering plants? I think I'm done buying seeds for the year. I bought a package of euphorbia yesterday. I stopped. So I went and got my hair done, and then she's right by the nice garden gallery. So I went in there and I was like, I just have to walk through. And right now here in, Canada, we are stuck with like, we don't have a lot of things in there, right? It's mainly houseplants and seeds and bulbs. And they had a few pansies, but it's still a bit early for pansies. Like, you're not going to see pansies yet in the, so just type in #Dexter if you wanted a chance to win a sticker. And I'm going to try and show, what was it? And now I'm completely distracted. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, hold on. I discovered, so I'm kind of obsessed with canna lilies, and I've already started, I have seeds that my friend gave me. I started 4 new varieties of hers, and I have all my tubers from last year. And I don't know the varieties like hers. One of them says mango, and then one of them says coral. So they're going to be beautiful. But then when I was there yesterday, I saw this one, and it was on sale. It was 20% off. So, but I gotta try. Nope. How do I make it bigger? Look at the leaves on this. You can't. I don't know why I can't make it bigger. I'm doing everything I can, making it weird. Can you see it? But it has these variegated red leaves with this orangey colored bloom. So I have the King Humbert cannas, and they have the bright red, and they have the really dark red leaves. But I don't know, I've never seen this color variegated leaf before. And then the one next to it, I don't think I sent that picture. No, there's the seeds from her, the cannas. Oh, I closed the screen and then it still stayed up there. I didn't, I forgot to take a picture of that one. But that one has the really nice variegated leaves as well. So we're going to add this back anyone wants a sticker, just type in hashtag Dexter. I'm going to draw it soon because it is 9:10. And our is Monica and them on? Is that where you got to scoot, Ann? We couldn't go head over and check out Bland's promo. So is anyone else? It's not updating. So anyone else? Anyone else? 1, 2, 3. Did I just mess it up? I just messed it up. Hold on. It's okay. I'll do the same one so I won't have to redo it. One entry. Well, I think this is going to be kind of anticlimactic. I'm drawing it now. Oh, it won't let me draw? It won't let me draw with just one entry? Okay. Let's see if... Oh, okay. Now I can draw. I can't just draw with one entry. I guess it's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, so if I win, you... All right, so I'm going to push the button. 1, 3, 2. Anyone else? Anyone else? Going once, going twice, and it's going to be Raven Cat. I will. And yay! Oh, that was ridiculous. Okay. So I'm going to type my RamsonGardner@gmail.com. Just send me your address. Yeah. Yay, she won. If you won tonight, any of the giveaways, just make sure you send me an email with your address so I can send out your stuff. And let me go see if those two crazy kids are over. Sometimes I'll do this. I'll be like, oh, go see them. And then they cancel their live for some reason. So let's go see if Bland's Promised Land Ranch is on or not. I'll drop the link for them. Didn't get a notification, but it does not show that they're live right now. Do they cancel for tonight? Maybe they're not live. Well, then you're just going to have to go find something else to do. So anyways, thank you so much, everyone that came in. Again, if you're somehow watching this on the replay and you've made it this far, thank you. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask in the comments down below. And I think the Fiskars, like, if just spending, because in the US I think you're looking more at like $60-$70 for the set. If that's just like you're like, I just can't justify that, I think that's the Fiskars one. I mean, it looks functioning and it looks usable and it looks like I haven't tried it. So Fiskars, if you're watching and you want to send me one to try out, I will do so. So thanks, everybody, and I'm going to sign off and have a great night. Have a great weekend. And you're going to have to tell me next time all the seeds that you got, David. I did just see that you saw. Of course you did. Oh, what kind of fertilizer do I use? I just use whatever I have on hand that I bought on sale. So just usually like a 20-20-20 or a 10-10-10. I'm not super particular on fertilizers. And at this point, I'm not worried about them being organic, I'll be honest. Right. I mean, I guess like the one tomato that I'm going to be eating, but on a lot of my planters outside, when I do my big planters with my petunias and all of that, I'm using a 10-52-10 because that middle number is all about roots and blooms. And so if you want to get really nice, big flowering blooms in your 10-52-10, or sometimes I'll use a 20-20-20. And again, I just buy whatever is on sale. I usually do try to go organic for my vegetables. But a lot of times it's not until they're like out in the ground and they're actually, you know, what they're drinking up, they're putting into the plants and stuff. So I don't worry about it too much. I'm oven in my grow room because it's in my bedroom. So that's not happening. Absolutely not. But ProMix, you can get like organic, you know, that dissolve in water and whatever if you want, and use that. So use whatever you're comfortable with. The seedlings at this point, I like to just kind of use a balanced fertilizer, all of nice and healthy. And I'll see you in a video soon. So take care and thank you so much and good night.